Dear students, once again I welcome you to the next session on theory of demand. Hopefully you have enjoyed the previous classes on the theory of demand, and if you have liked the same, I would request you to subscribe and share with your friends, and for further notification please push the notification button. Great. So today we will first just have a quick revision of what we have covered in our earlier classes. We have discussed the concept of demand, the demand function, and the various factors on which the demand for a commodity depends. Now, I had discussed in my earlier class that the factors which determines the demand for a particular commodity are the price of the commodity, the prices of related goods, the income of the households, and various other factors. Now let us see that what is law of demand. Law of demand explains the functional relationship between price and quantity demanded. It should be noted that it explains that other things remaining the same. Other things remaining the same here means that if we assume the factors other than the price of the commodity as constant, that is the income of the households, the taste and preferences of the people, the size and composition of population, the prices of related goods, the distribution of income, the future price expectation, if all these factors are taken to be constant, that is ceteris paribus. Then what sort of relation then exists between price and quantity demanded? Higher the price, lower is the quantity demanded, and lower the price, higher is the quantity demanded. So therefore, we find that demand for any commodity, say X, is inversely related to its price. So this can be rewritten as dx is equal to k into 1 by px, where k represents any constant. Constant means what we have assumed here, that factors other than the price of the commodity, that is price of related goods, income of the households, taste and preferences of the people, are taken to be constant. Now, in the given diagram, you find that along y-axis we are measuring the price of commodity X in rupees per unit, and on the x-axis we are measuring quantity demanded in units. Now suppose the price of the commodity is OP. At this price, the quantity demanded is OQ. Now other things remaining the same. If the price rises from OP to OP1, what you find that with the rise in price, the quantity demanded reduces to OQ1. And contrary to that, if there is a fall in price from OP to OP2, with the fall in price, the quantity demanded increases to OQ2. So thereby, it establishes an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Now it is oftenly asked that how does the law of demand takes the other factors into account? How does it take the other factors into account? It considers the factors other than the price of the commodity as constant. That is, the price of related goods, the income of the households, the taste and preferences of the people, etc. These are held as constant. Now the question arises, why? The reason behind it is that if, suppose, there is simultaneous change in price as well as the change in income of the households. So in that case, what will be the effect? The demand set for the said commodity may not change, though there is rise in price, because the income has also simultaneously increased by the same proportion. if the price of the commodity increases and on the other hand income of the household falls. So in that case the demand for a commodity may significantly fall. So that is why in order to establish the relationship between the two, we have to consider the factors other than the price of the commodity as constant. Now from here we will come to the next topic, that is demand schedule. So demand schedule is what? Demand schedule is a tabular statement. That is a statement which is represented in the form of a table showing the different combinations of price and quantity demanded. By whom? By an individual buyer or a group of buyers at various possible prices at a particular point of time. That is called as demand schedule. So here in the given schedule you find that the demand schedule for sugar is given here. Now here we are showing price in rupees per kg and here the quantity demanded in kg. Now when the price is rupees 10 per kg, 50 kgs of sugar is being demanded. When the price is rupees 20, 40 kgs. When the price is rupees 30, 30 kgs. When the price is rupees 40, 20 kgs. And when the price is rupees 50, 10 kgs of the quantity of sugar is being demanded. Now see that here you find that the demand schedule also expresses an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Now demand schedule is broadly categorized into two parts. One is individual demand schedule and the other one is market demand schedule. Now let us know what is individual demand schedule. Individual demand schedule is a tabular statement which shows the different combinations of price and quantity demanded by an individual buyer at various possible prices. What are the various possible prices here? 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. And the quantities which are demanded at respective prices are given to be 50, 40, 20, 30, 20 and 10. So it shows the different combinations of quantity and price and quantity which an individual buyer will buy at different possible prices at a particular point of time. That is called as individual demand schedule. It expresses an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Now we are coming to market demand schedule. What is market demand schedule? Market demand schedule is the horizontal summation of the various individual demand schedules. That means that it is a tabular statement which shows the different combinations of the price and quantity demanded. By whom? By all the individual buyers in the market who plan or wishes to buy a commodity at various possible prices at a particular point of time. That means, again I am repeating the same, that it shows the different combinations or different quantities of the commodity that will be bought by all the individual buyers in the market at various possible prices at a particular point of time. So before showing the market demand schedule, let us take that how market demand is being calculated. Say there are nth number of buyers in the market varying from 1 to n. Say for example that for sugar there may be say thousands of consumers in the market, and each of the consumers may be buying different quantities of the same commodity at the same price. So if we sum up or if we club them together, that will give the market demand for the product at that particular price. See here, what we have taken, that say there are nth number of buyers varying from 1 to n. Each buying, say buyer 1 buys Q1 units of the commodity, buyer 2 buys Q2 units of the commodity, and similarly nth buyer buys Qn units of the said commodity. So the market demand for commodity X at price Px will be given by Qx is equal to sum of the quantities bought by all the individual buyers in the market at price Px, that is Q1 plus Q2 plus dot 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 plus Qn, that gives you summation Qi, where I varies from 1 to n. So this gives you the market demand. Now suppose here we are taking that there are 3 individual buyers. This is market demand schedule. Suppose this is buyer A, this is buyer B, and this is buyer C. Now at rupees 10, A might be buying 50 units of sugar, 50 kgs of sugar, B may be buying 60 kgs, and C may be buying 70 kgs. So the market demand will be how much? Market demand will be equal to what? Summation Qi. So summation Qi means we are horizontally summing up the various quantities that are bought by all the individual buyers A, B and C at price 10. That is equal to how much? 50 plus 60 plus 70, that is equal to how much? 180. Similarly, when the price is 20, A is buying 40 units of the same, B 50 units and C 60 units. So the market demand is how much? 150. When the price is 30, the market demand is, say he is buying 30, he is buying 40 kgs and C is buying 50 kgs. So it is 120. Similarly, when the price is 40, A purchases 20 kgs, B 30 kgs and C 40 kgs. What is the market demand? 90 kgs. When the price is 50, 10, he is buying 20, he is buying 30 kgs, so the market demand is 60. So by horizontally summing up the various quantities which are bought by individual buyer A, B and C at price 10 or at price 20 or at price 30, so on, gives you the market demand for the commodity. Any confusion, you may have a discussion, and we will have a brief in our next class, and the probable questions which are asked on this topic is that how will you derive the market demand schedule from an individual demand schedule, and it is very important for your board examination. So if you like this video, I would like you people to subscribe the channel and share with your friends as much as you can. Thanks and have a nice day ahead.